One of the worst things to experience as a composer is not finding a job, but it is dealing with composer block. And it gets much worse when you have a job and experience it along with it. Hello, and welcome to the channel. I am an orchestral music composer for video games and media. I create custom tracks for indie games and I do it for a living. As a part of the job, I had to make a custom goofy music for a game. The developer wanted me to create goofy music that has movements and might sound playful. And there I hit the composer block. Now if you watch my previous videos, you will see I only make orchestral music that sounds epic, emotional, or atmospheric. It is the first time someone really asked me to make a goofy and playful soundtrack. I have never really made something in this specific genre. The developer didn't even give me any reference track to get inspired from. So I had like a week to make this soundtrack. In that time frame, I sat down a couple of times to make a track, and after working for an hour or so it sounds really trash. I burn out and stop sketching those ideas and delete them instantly. Now after experiencing this for a couple of times, I really thought I would give up and say no to the developer. But after like 3 days of trial and error while sketching, I thought I really needed a break from this. Maybe I am just expecting more from myself and pushing myself too much for this soundtrack. That's why I thought a short break from this might be good to recover my artistic spirit. And I took a day off. I went to visit my friends in another city and enjoyed their company. Then I went back after 2 days of staying with my friends. And that left me with 2 days of remaining time to make the soundtrack. But taking a break really helped me gain my spirit back. I was getting a lot of ideas in my head and I started sketching on my DAW. And after 2 more errors, I finally had a sketch to build my track around it. Here's what I came up with. It was not too fancy, but I liked the vibe of it. I sent the developer the sketch. And by surprise he liked it and said yeah, he is curious to see what I come up with at last. So I started adding more patterns and instruments to this existing sketch and made a draft of the full soundtrack. I didn't do any mixing and didn't even add any sound effects or enough details for smooth transitions, but after so many trial and errors, I was really proud of what I came up with for the first time in creating a totally different genre that I used to make. It was not a tutorial video, of course, so I didn't show the patterns one by one that I do in my other videos. I am more like shifting my content toward more devlog style videos instead of composing tutorials. And that's how I dealt with the composer block and made a soundtrack at the end while being on a deadline. Now let's hear the final soundtrack. Before that, I want to say that, if you want custom soundtracks for your projects, you can email me. And if you are a composer who wants to engage with another fellow composer, listen to my unreleased sketches and hang out and chat, you can check out my Patreon. Links will be in the description. Let's hear our final soundtrack.